Good evening, everybody. So, yes, we are doing bedroom conversations. I am in my bedroom and I just got home. And so I had to tell you guys what happened today. I ran some errands. I had to take Angel to a couple of appointments. She had doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, and stuff like that. So then I got my son, one of the twins, and I said, "Come on, make some runs with me. I'm going to go and drop Angel off." After that, I told him, I said, "You want to go to Thornton's, the gas station? I needed to get gas. I wanted to you get something to drink. If you guys know me, y'all know I have to have my drinks and my snacks." So I told him, I said, "You want to come with me?" So as I pull up to the pump, a lady, she's trying to start her car. Like you don't hear it. It's not turning over. It's not doing. You just hear that ticking sound on her car. And the gas station attendant says to her, "Well, you can move to such and such pump or whatever pump it is that you want to move to." And at first I didn't know what the ticking sound was. I was like, that's what that ticking sound is, right? So she was just doing whatever. We got out the car, me and Farron, we went into the store. We bought snacks and stuff. I paid for the gas and everything. And then I went back to the car. I went back to the car. And then one of my friends who work at the gas station was asking me about Nigeria and stuff. And I happened to have my picture book in the car, in the truck. So I went and got my picture book and I went to show it to her and show her the wedding and show her everything. And she was amazed and she was like, "Girl, I got my passport. Take me with you." She was so happy. So I go I'm in there for about maybe a good 5 minutes, come out the store. The lady is still trying to turn over a car. Now, I don't know how long she's been there before me and my son got there, but I know we were in the store for at least 20 minutes and she was still there. Okay, and after I pumped my gas and all that stuff, we're going into like half an hour, right? So I go and I put my picture book back in my truck and I go over and I tap on her window. I say, "Your car won't start?" She says, "No." I said, "Do you know what's wrong with it? Do you need a jump?" She said, "Yeah, I need a jump." It's a brand new truck she's driving. And well, it looks brand new. Pretty nice, decent truck she's driving. She said, "I turned it off the wrong way and now it won't start. It just went dead." And I guess she did this before or whatever. I said, "I can give you a jump if you want." So she says, "Oh my God, would you?" I said, "Yeah, I got jumper cable, honey. I keep jumper cable. I got a good jack up in there. I went and bought $150 jack that's in the trunk of my car. I had the jumper cables. I had everything." I told my son, them was like, "Mom, what are you doing with all these tools and stuff?" I said, "Let me tell you something. Something go down and wrong with my shit. I got my own shit. Ladies, get your own shit. Don't wait for no man to come and then you got to wait for somebody else because they ain't got the right tools. No, have your shit already ready and prepared and in your car. So that way, if something goes down and if a nice gentleman or a nice lady wants to come and help you, you already prepared." So she was like, "Oh my God, I appreciate you." She said, "I've been here for hours." She says, "Nobody would help." I said, "Yeah, nobody's helping each other like they were before. Nobody's doing, volunteering to like help you out of a situation as before." I said, "But look, I have God covering me." I told her and she was she was black. And I said, "That's the problem, especially with us women. We won't help each other. We'll look down at it. Somebody sees a nice woman she's dressed nice, nice car, and that car stopped on her already, and and you won't even ask to help her. You would just look down on her and keep going. No, that's my sister. That's not how I look at it." So she didn't even know how to put the jumper cables on. Honey, I know how to do all that. I could change a tire. I could put jumper cables on. I know how to put fluid in my car and everything. And she was like, "So which is which?" I said, "You put the red handle on the red and you put the black on the black." And so she was like, "Oh, I'm glad that you was here to tell me." And I said, well, let me give it a little gas and rev it up, because I don't know how long your truck's been sitting. And then I said, give it a minute, and then you could start it up. So I did that, got out the truck. I told her she could start it up. Boom! It started up immediately. The second it started up, I'm taking the cables off from under her hood. She's saying she just couldn't stop thanking me. She was just like, oh, I am so, thank you so much. Thank you so. She's like, I really appreciate you. And she was like, do you have Cash App or Zelle? I said, excuse me. She said, do you have Cash App or Zelle? I said, no. No, I said, yes, I do. I said, yeah, I have that. But she was like, because I want to, Zelle, send you some. I said, no. I said, no. I said, that's not why I did it. I said, she's like, no, let me send you some. I said, you know what I want you to do? I want you to pay it forward. That's what I told her. Now, let me tell you something. Everything ain't for videoing. Everything is not for videoing. You don't have to video because God knows what you did. God knows where your heart is. He knows if you're a good person. Every good deed does not have to be on video. So I told her, I said, no. I said, the only thing that I would like for you to do is to just pay it forward. So I get in the car, and my son is in the car. I get in the car. He says, Mom, well, I got Zelle. I said, let me tell you something. I had to teach him. I said, this is going to be a lesson for you. I said, sometimes God put it on you to go and help somebody. I said, you might pull up to the gas pump, and it might be somebody who knows what they're going through. They may be in a nice car, dressed nice or whatever, and God might just told you, go up to that person right there and pay for their gas. It happened to me. We was leaving Atlanta, and my ex-husband was going in, and a lady stopped him. And I said, what did she want? He said she wanted to pay our gas. She said, God told her to come up to us and pay our gas. And I said, well, what did you say? He said, that's okay. I told her, no, that's okay. Do you know when we drove from Atlanta and we got all the way into the Indiana limits, we ran out of gas and we didn't have any more money? We were scrounging in the car seats and everything for change and everything just so we can make it on to Chicago. So when you call on God, and even when you don't call on him, and he know you need him, and you are good, he will send that angel your way. So I'm telling my son, I was like, no, I didn't. If I had needed it, I would have accepted it. I said, but I didn't need it, and someone probably needs it more than I do. So I told her to pay it forward. She says, man, I so appreciate. She was almost in tears. She said, and I went to a funeral today. She was like, my cousin died, and she had the shirt on, the funeral shirt. She said, I said, God bless you. I said, God bless you and your family. I said, you go on and do what you got to do and go and get some rest. And I hugged her. I reached her and I hugged her. I said, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You just pay it forward. And when I got back in the van, I'm in my truck, and I'm talking to my son, he said, Mom, we need to go back up in this gas station, and we need to play the lottery. I said, what? He said, because you did a good deed out on your own, and God may just got a blessing for you. So we went in there, and I remember one of the rappers, I can't remember his name, but the lady drove all the way across town to get his insulin. They said she drove 3 hours, and he tried to give her money, and she would not accept it, and stopped at the gas station, bought a scratch-off ticket, and the woman won $10,000. Y'all probably saw that on TikTok. So I just go to show that sometimes God put things on your heart. And when he does that and you're thinking about helping this person and you don't know that person, you don't know anything about, but God is saying to your spirit, is saying it, follow your heart. Follow your heart and do what's right. You ain't got to videotape it. You ain't got to do it all for social media, because everything ain't for social media. But listen to God and follow, because we already in the last days, honey. I'm just saying. I love you guys. Mwah. Peace. God bless.